guys. In today's lecture, we will learn about the variables, inputs, and data types. First of all, variable. We generally know that variable data is a thing that changes, and, and in the uh, coding terms, we will know that what is variable. Variable is something that is used to store the data. Like variable is like a container we use for storing the data. Actually, the variable is actually the data is storing at the place, but we will mark this place for this variable. The memory, there are lots of we can see the hard disk and RAM. The RAM is a temporary memory which is limited memory, but the hard disk is a permanent memory and it contains the large space. So whenever we store a variable is only a name, but actually it is stored in the cell memory cell, and which is allocated to the variable. So in this we can see that it is an integer type of variable which is stored the value 5, but it actually actually plays in the memory cell, and which have its name and address. Now we will see what is variable declaration. Like whenever we declare something, like it is an integer value, so we have to declare it int. If these are the different types of things, then we have to declare them differently. Like if we have float value, or we can learn about the boolean is either true or either false. And if it is a big value, then we can store it in the double, and also a character and a string, all these things. And this is the declaration format. And these are the data types like byte, short, int, long, character, float, double, boolean, and also they have their sizes and their default values in them, and the type of value they store. Data types are there are two types, that is primitive data types and non-primitive data type. Primitive data type is of two types, Boolean and numeric. Boolean have the Boolean value like either it is true or false. Numeric also divided in two types like character and integer. Character is stored has a type data type which is a char, and integer has many data types like in integer and floating value. Integer have byte, and short is bigger than byte, integer is bigger than short and byte, and long is bigger than all three. Also, for storing the floating value means they have the decimal values, and we can store in the float and the double. Now, there is a naming convention. Like if we want to name a variable, then it has a proper convention for storing the name. There is a type of naming convention like a camel case. In camel case, like the shape of your camel, you can so first is go the down and then it goes the up. So in camel case, if we write name of data type, sorry, a variable, then we can say a proper name. Like if you want to select the age of father, so we can write it age of father. And if we write in this way, then we write the age is in smaller than father. In father, the f is bigger than, so it is easy to understand for everyone. Like in chemicals, the first word is stored is in the all the alphabet of the first word are in small letter. Then the first word of the second letter is big, and then of all small. Then continue in this way. In the snake is all letter are small and they are separated by the underscore. And in Casap is these are all the naming convention. And our next topic is the Java identifier. Means Java the variable we are generally talking about variable is an identifier. Means it identifies something. Like if where it has the different value and different meanings, so it is known as the identifier. And there are some proper rules for the identifier. Since the Java has some keywords like which uh, store um, for we can so the understanding of the Java compiler and all these things. These are there, but they have the definite meaning which is already known by the Java. So other than that, we can write the variable name in the different ways. Like, and there are some rules like if we can use alphabet from A to Z. And the alphabet is also different. If we use the capital letter, it has this different meaning. And the use the small letter, then it has different meaning. We can use the numeric value. Also, we can use the dollar and underscore. But we cannot use the reserve words in for the variable name. And identifier should not be start from the digits. On Java, identifier are case sensitive. We already know that, and there is no limit on the length of the identifier, but it is advisable to use an optimum length of 4 to 15 letters, so it is easy to understand. And all the here, like the example that the one space dollar space, it is a valid one. Cash is sorry, CA, and then dollar, and it is all the valid ones, and there is invalid ones like 1 2 3. It is starts with the uh, digits. So according to rules, that is invalid. And in the fourth one, there is an imperative mark which is not valid. Then after that, the literals, the values uh, which is stored in the data type are known as the literal, like it is an integer literal, floating literal, boolean literal, character literals, and all these things. Keywords, like I already told, that these are these are words which have the definite meaning, so we cannot use in the variable name. Then the step sequence, like if we have to uh, give space in our the output, so then we can use that slash t. It gives the one type space, slash b is the backspace, slash n will you take to the next line. And all these things I will show you in the code. Now we will look at the code. Like, first of all, we can talk about the data types. Sorry, first of all, we can know the declaration of the variables. Like, int is a data type and a is the name of the variable. So it is the declaration. And if we put any value to the it, then it is the initialization. Like a equal to 5, then it is the initialization. And then if we get output of the, we can shift it in the main class, then we don't have to run the this, and like this. If we run it, then we get like there's a 5 is printed. So it is the initialization, then we so declaration, then we get the initialization, and then we get there are different types. Like, we can see float was equal to 8.7. And why the red line is 7? So that it will think that it has the bigger value, but we have to specify that it is smaller, so we have to put the one f, then it will it doesn't show anything. Now you can see the value is printed.